Right. I will start the today's session. Today I am going to explain the concept of modifiers. The meaning of modifier. We know there is a data type integer. What is the size of integer? Its size is 2 bytes. In 2 bytes memory, you can store numbers from minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. 767. You can store the numbers only in between these two. Suppose there is an employee whose salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. You cannot store 1 lakh value in integer. Why? Because its size is only 2 bytes. In 2 bytes memory, you can store only these values. For example, you have 2 liters water bottle. In 2 liters water bottle, how much of milk you can store? Up to 2 liters you can store. Why? Because its capacity is up to 2 liters. Beyond 2 liters, you cannot store in that bottle. In the same manner, it is the range of integer. You can store the values in between 32,762 plus 32,768. That's it. You cannot store more than these values. Now what to do? I have to store 1 lakh value, 1 lakh. Now I have to change the meaning of integer. To change the meaning of integer, I have to use one modifier. Its name is long. What is its name? Long. Long means long integer. Right. Long is nothing but long integer. It is long integer. Then its size increase up to 4 bytes. Then you can store 1 lakh value. Here long is a modifier. Now I want to reduce the size of integer. Then I can use short integer. Short int I can use. I want to store only negative numbers. I want to store only negative numbers. Then I can use signed integer. Signed integer. Sign means minus sign. Minus. Minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. All negative numbers have sign, minus sign. Those numbers are called as signed integers. I want to store only positive integers. Then I can say unsigned integers. Unsigned integers. The long, the short, the signed, the unsigned, these are called as modifiers. What are those? These are called as modifiers. Now tell me, what is modifier? What is modifier? It is a keyword. It is a keyword provided by C language developer. There are 32 reserved words are there. One among them is long, short, signed, unsigned. So these are the keyword. It is a keyword. It is used to modify the meaning of data types. Meaning of data types. It is used to modify the meaning of data types. So it is called as modifier. So it is called as modifiers. C language provides 4 types of modifiers. C language provides 4 types of modifiers. How many types of modifiers are there? 4 types. What are those? One is long, second one is short, third one is signed, fourth one is unsigned. Fourth one is unsigned. Signed, unsigned. These 4 are the modifiers available in C language. Now, once again, listen carefully. What is modifier? Modifier is nothing but a keyword. What is the use of modifier? By using modifier, you can change the meaning of data type. So it is called as modifier. How many types of modifiers are there? There are 4 types of modifiers. What are those? Long, short, signed, unsigned. Note it down. Note on this. Note on this. Now, the next concept is format specifiers. Format specifiers. What is the meaning of format specifier? In our country, there are some popular parties are there. One is BJP, second one is Congress. In AP and Telangana, there are TRS and TDP, YCP, some major parties are there. Popular parties are there. Each party is having a symbol, no? What is the symbol of BJP? Lotus. What is the symbol of Congress? Hand symbol. What is the symbol of TRS? Car symbol. What is the symbol of TDP? Cycle symbol. What is the symbol of YSRCP? Fan symbol. Each party is having its own name, no? Now, what is the need of having symbols? Why every party has a symbol? What is the use? Because there are some illiterates. They cannot read. They can identify the symbol, but they cannot read Telugu or English or Hindi. For them, every party is having a symbol. In the same manner, there are lot of data types are there. For each and every data type will be represented by a special symbol. That symbol is called as format specifier. Each and every data type will be represented by a special symbol. That symbol is called as format specifier. Simply format specifier is nothing but it is a special character. What is that? It is a special character. Special character. It always ends with a slash symbol. Which symbol? Slash symbol. It always ends with a slash, means this one, slash symbol. Now, I will explain some symbols. After that, I will explain the theory. I am going to insert a table here. Wait a minute, my system is somewhat slow today. Right? Data type and format specifier. We have character data type. To represent character percentage %C, we use percentage %C as symbol. That is format specifier. sorry, all are percentage C. Now integer data type percentage D or percentage I we can use. D for decimal number, I for integer. D for decimal number, I for integer. Both you can use. Percentage D or percentage I, both you can use. We have float data type. Float percentage F is the data format specifier. F means float. Next one more data type is double. Double means percentage LF. Actually for character we use percentage C. For integer we use percentage I. For float we use percentage F. For double we have to use percentage D. But already we used percentage D for integer. That's why percentage LF you used. LF in the sense long float. I already explained you. Float maintains 6 precisions, whereas double maintains 10 precisions. That only the difference. So double is nothing but long float. That's why we call it as LF. Now yesterday I explained there is a string Rama. In Rama how many characters are there? 4 characters are there. Group of characters is nothing but string. So for string you have to use percentage S. What is that? Percentage S. Just now I explained long integer. For long integer you have to use percentage LD. L for long, D for decimal integer, decimal number. Long decimal, LD. I explained unsigned integer. Unsigned. Unsigned. For that we have to use percentage U. For unsigned integer you have to use percentage U. I already explained yesterday there are 2 derived data types. One is the arrays and the second one is pointers. Now it has a special unit. Pointer is a special unit. I will explain later. To represent a pointer we have to use percentage P. You have to use P for pointer. To represent a octal number system. There are 4 types of number systems are there, no? Decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system. For octal number system we have to use percentage O. Hexadecimal number system. For that we have to use percentage small x, or we can use percentage capital X also. Capital X. These are some of the special characters used to represent the data types. So it always begins with which symbol? Percentage symbol. These can be used while reading the data as well as while printing the data. While reading the data as well as while printing the data. It can be used in scanf. Scanf means it is a function used to read the data, and printf means it is a function used to print the data on screen. I will explain later about these 2 functions. Now percentage C, percentage D, percentage F, percentage LF, all these can be used only inside these 2 functions. It can be used in scanf function and it can be used in printf function, right? So these are also called as formatted strings. These are also called as formatted strings. One more name for this is formatted strings. Formatted strings are format specifiers or formatted characters. Control strings. There are so many names are there, or control strings. So many names are there. Control strings, formatted strings, format specifiers, like that. These are the list of format specifiers we have. Right. Now The next concept is escape sequences. What is the next concept? Next concept is escape sequences. What is the use of escape sequence? I will explain here. I am going to open a paint brush. Now it is the paint. I will explain this concept using paintbrush. What is the use of paintbrush? We can draw something in paintbrush. I am going to write a leave letter. How to write a leave letter? Tell me. In center, you have to write leave letter heading. At rightmost, you have to write date and place. At leftmost, you have to write to the principal so and so college. After that, you have to write respected sir. After that, you have to write, sir, I am so and so, I am suffering from fever, so please grant me leave for 2 days. Thanking you, sir. Yours faithfully, your signature, your name. Like this, you have to write a leave letter. But I write a leave letter like this. In this manner, I write leave letter, today's date, my village, to the principal of so and so college. Respected sir, I am suffering from fever, so please grant me leave for 2 days. Thanking you, sir. Yours faithfully, my signature, my name, like that. Which one is correct? First one or second one? First one is correct. Second one is not correct. Here you did not follow any format. To write a letter, there is a format, specific format. You have to follow that format. Here you did not follow the format, but you write the data in continuous manner. The data is in continuous manner. The data here, it is not in continuous, but it is in format, specific format. Now this is the right one, this is wrong one. This is not right. So this is right. Now, whenever we open a file, then cursor is at the left top corner. Am I right? Whenever you open a file, where is the cursor? It is at the left top corner. I want to move to some distance forward direction. For that, what you have to press on keyboard? You can press on space bar. But you have to keep pressing space bar for long time. Instead of pressing space bar, you can click tab button, tab, tab, tab. Whenever you press a tab button, then what happens? Cursor move a tab distance forward. A tab distance in the sense, it may be 4 spaces, or it may be 6 spaces, or it may be 8 spaces. It depends upon the system, your system settings. Whenever you press a tab key, then what happens? The cursor move in forward direction. For that, you have to write in C language, you have to write /t. /t means it is used to move the cursor. Move the cursor means, what is this one? Here one is blinking. What is that one? It is known as cursor. Cursor to a tab distance. To a tab distance forward. In forward direction. If you want to move the cursor to a tab distance forward, we have to write /t. After writing leave letter, I have to move to next line. How to move to next line? To move to next line in C language, we have to write /n. N for new line. It is used. What is the use of /n? It is used to print. It is used to move the cursor to the beginning of next line. Where? To the beginning of next line or new line. Next line. /n for next line. /t for tab distance. Suppose I committed a mistake here. Then I have to remove the last character. For that, you have to type backspace on your keyboard. Here you can use /B. /B means it move the cursor to a character backward. It move the cursor to a character backward. In backward direction, you can move the cursor to a character backward. Suppose I want to move the cursor to the beginning of same line. To the beginning of next line, you have to use /M. I want to move the cursor to the beginning of same line. For that, you have to use /R. What is the use of this one? It is used to move the cursor to the beginning of same line. To the beginning of same line. If you want to move to next line, then you have to write /M. If you want to move to same line, you have to move to you have to use /R. Right. These are the escape sequences. Suppose I want to print Hyderabad within the single quotation. Then to print anything, you have to use printf statement in C language. I will explain later what is printf statement, how to use it. I will explain later. To print anything on screen, you have to use which function? Printf function. I want to print a Hyderabad, so I have to write a Hyderabad. Semicolon. Every statement should be end with a semicolon. It is called as statement terminator. What is the name of this symbol? Statement terminator. Suppose my decision, whenever you use this one, your answer is Hyderabad. You will get the output Hyderabad. This will print the Hyderabad on screen. But my intention is to print the Hyderabad within the single quotation. Within the single quotation, I want to print. So whatever you want to print, that should be mentioned within the double quotations of printf statement. So I need this as output. So I am keeping that data here within the single quotation Hyderabad. Then you will get an error. Why? Because you opened double quotation, but you closed single quotation. These two are not matched. Whenever you open the double quotation, then you have to close with the double quotation. That's it. So computer always feels it is opening and it is closing. Then it shows error. Here also, it feels it is opening and it is closing. You opened single quotation, but you closed double quotation. There is no matching between these two. It shows error. But actually, it is not the closing of this one, but it is not the closing of this single quotation. Actually, these two are the special characters to be printed on screen. To print a single quotation on screen, we have to write /single quotation. Remember this. Suppose you want to print a single quotation in on screen, then you have to write which one? /single quotation. /single quotation. What is the use of this one? It is used to print single quotation. Single quotation on screen. Then you have to use this one. It is used to print a single quotation on screen, right? This is the single quotation symbol. Suppose I want to print Hyderabad within the double quotation, then what to do? Within double quotation, I want to print Hyderabad. So if you want to print double quotation, you have to write /double quotation here. Here also you have to write /double quotation. Now, what is the use of /double quotation? /double quotation. What is the use of this one? It is used to print which symbol? Double quotation symbol. Double quotation on screen. You have to write /double quotation. Suppose I want to print A/N on screen. A/N on screen. Then what to do? See here. I write a slash n on screen. A slash n. I already told you within the double quotation, whatever you mentioned, that will be printed on screen. So it should print a slash n, but check the output. Printf start statement always try to print the data on screen. What is here? A. Now it print A on screen. Next one is slash n. What is the meaning of slash n here? It is used to move the cursor to the beginning of next line. Slash n won't print. It simply move the cursor to the beginning of next line. Now you got the answer A slash n? No. So here you want to print slash, you have to use a double slash. A slash slash n you have to use. Now what is the use of double slash? It is used to print a single slash in output. It is used to print single slash symbol in output. Then you have to use slash slash. If you want a single slash, we have to use a double slash. If you want to print single quotation, we have to use a slash single quotation. If you want to print double quotation, then you have to use slash double quotation. These all are called as escape sequences. What is the heading of this one? Escape sequences. See here, sequence in the sense this data is in sequence. Here you change the sequence of data. You follow the specific format. To follow the specific format, we have to change the sequence. To change the sequence, these characters are used. So these are nothing but escape sequences or escape characters. Now I will tell what is escape sequences. It is a special character. It is a special character. Actually, it is two characters, no? Slash is a character, T is a character, but these two are not two characters. These two are single character only. In C point of view, C language point of view, it is a special character. It is a single character. It is a special character. It always begins with which symbol? It always begins with which symbol? Tell me. Slash symbol. It always begins with the slash symbol. What is the use of escape sequences? These are used to change the sequence of output. The sequence of output. Sequence of output. It can be used only in printf. You should not use these symbols in scanf function. Means it is used to print the data. That's it. So it can be used only with the printf function. It can be used only with the printf function. You cannot use in other functions. Whenever you press a tab key, then what happens? Nothing will be printed on screen. Just cursor move from one location to another location. So these are called as non-printing characters. Whenever you press the enter key, then what happens? Cursor move to the beginning of next line. Nothing will be printed on screen. So it is called as non-printing character. It is called as non-printing characters. These are also called as white spaces. These are also called as white spaces, means nothing will be displayed on screen. So it is called as white spaces. These are the examples of format escape sequences we can use here, right? So these are the examples. Now note it down, these two concepts. Note down the format specifiers. Note down the format specifier. Format specifier is a special character. It always begins with, not ends with, it always begins with percentage symbol. It can be used only in scanf function and the printf function. These are called as formatted string. These are also called as formatted string or control string. These are some data types. These are some format specifiers we can use in printf and scanf function. Whenever you want to read the data, whenever you want to print the data by using scanf function or by using printf function, these format specifiers you have to use. You have to remember, you have to by heart these. For character, you have to use percentage %C. For integer, you have to use percentage %D or percentage %I. For float, you have to use percentage %F. For double, you have to use percentage %LF. For string, you have to use percentage %S. For long integer, you have to use percentage %LD. For unsigned integer, you have to use percentage %U, not UD, just U. For pointer, you have to use percentage %P. For octal number, you have to use percentage %O for octal. For hexadecimal, you can use percentage %X or percentage $X. Both you can use. These are the special symbols used to specify the format of input or format of output. What is the meaning of format? Format means whenever you take water, water will be available in 3 formats. In ice format, in water format, in steam format. You can see water in 3 formats: ice format, liquid water format, gas steam format. In the same manner, if you want to represent the format of data, you have to use percentage %C, percentage %D, percentage %F like that. Right. Next one is escape sequences. Escape sequences are nothing but these are also the special characters. What is the speciality? These always begins with the slash symbol. The name of that symbol is called as slash symbol. What is the use of escape sequence? These are used to change the sequence of output. If you want to change the sequence of output, then you have to use escape sequences. It can be used only in printf function. You cannot use in scanf function. So it can be used only with the printf function. It is called as non-printing character. What is the meaning of non-printing character? Whenever you type A will be printed on screen. Whenever you type B will be printed on screen. Whenever you type tab key, then nothing will be printed on screen. Whenever you press enter key, nothing will be printed on screen. Why? Because those are non-printing characters. So escape sequences are nothing but non-printing characters. These are also called as white spaces. Sorry, WHIT, white spaces. White spaces means nothing will be printed on screen. Screen also in white color. Whenever you press space, then one white space will be printed. So this is called as white space. It is used to print white spaces on screen. There are some of the escape sequences. /T. /T means it is used to move your cursor to a tab distance forward direction. /N. It is used to move the cursor to the beginning of next line. It is used to move the cursor to the beginning of next line. /B. It is used to move the cursor to a character backward direction. character in backward direction. Slash R means return. What is the meaning of R here? R means return. It move the cursor to the beginning of same line. That is nothing but return to home. So slash R means return here. Suppose if you want to print a single quotation in output, then you have to use slash single quotation. If you want to print a double quotation in output, then you have to use slash double quotation. If you want to print a slash in output, then you have to use a slash slash. To print one slash, you have to use two slashes in output. This is about escape sequences. Can I go to the next topic? Right. Now what is constant? Constant is nothing but it is opposite to variable. What is the meaning of variable? Variable is a container which is used to store the data. It allows to change its value. But what is constant? It is a container which can store the data, but it doesn't allow to change its value. That's it. Variable allow to change its value. Constant means you cannot change its value. That's it. Now, what is a constant? It is a container. Container means variable. Am I right? Container or variable. It does not allow to change its value. To change its value. Once you assign a value to constant, you cannot change it. That's why it is called as constant. It maintains the same value until program termination. Until program termination. Until your program gets terminated. This constant variable maintains the same value. Suppose if you try to change, then what happens? If you try to change its value, then we will get an error. We'll get an error. So when we try to change its value, then we'll produce error. We'll get error. We'll get a error. This is nothing but constant. So constant is nothing but a variable. It maintains the same value until program termination. That is nothing but constant. Constant can be created in two ways. There are two ways to create a constant. We can create a constant in two ways. There are two models. First model is we can use constant keyword. We can create a constant using const keyword. The keyword name is const, constant keyword. Example, I want to create a constant. Its name is pi. Pi. What is the value of pi? 3.14. It is the value of pi. It is float or double? 3.14. It is float, no? Float. 3.14 is the value of pi. So pi equal to 3.14. It is float. It is simply called as variable. We can change its value. Now I want to convert this as constant. Actually it is a variable. I want to convert this as constant. For that I can use const. Whenever you specify constant keyword, then pi becomes constant. You cannot change its value until program termination. How to convert a variable to constant? By using const keyword. It is one of the way. Now the second way is we can create a constant using hash define preprocessor command. Preprocessor command. It is a preprocessor command. A statement which begins with a hash symbol is called as preprocessor. So it is a preprocessor command. Right. Now how to use this? Example is hash define. We have to use this command. Hash define. It is a command name followed by constant name. What is the constant name here? Pi is my constant name. Pi. Space. What is the value of pi? 3.14. You should not use equal to sign here. The syntax means how to use hash define command name you have to use. After that you have to give one space. After that you have to mention the constant name. After that again you have to give space. After that you have to mention the constant value. In this way you can create a constant. So constant can be created in these two ways. One is we can create a constant by using const keyword, or we can use constant, we can define constant using hash define command, preprocessor command. So in these two ways we can create the constants. Write down this. Write down about constant. What is the meaning of constant? Constant can store the data, so it is a container. A container which can store data is called as variable, no? So it is also a variable. But variable can change its value, but constant doesn't allow to change its value. It does not allow to change its value. It maintains the same value until the program termination. From beginning to end, it maintains the same value. Whenever you try to change, then it will generate an error. So you cannot alter the value of, you cannot modify the value of this one, constant. We can create a constant in two ways. One is by using const keyword. Second one is by using hash define preprocessor command. Please note it down. Right, can I go to next concept? The next concept name is keywords. What is a keyword? Before going to explain what is a keyword, I will give an example. In Hyderabad, I started a new company, software company, and named it as Microsoft. I am placing some employees. I am giving service certificate, experience certificate to them. Is these certificates valid or not? Can I name my company as Google? Can I name my company as Microsoft? Can I name my company as TCS? No, it's not possible. Why? Why can't I use the same name? Because the names are patented. They take patent on that name. They can only use that name. You and me cannot use those names. In the same manner, keywords also. Keywords are nothing but some names, reserved names. So what is keyword? Keyword is nothing but it is a reserved name. Reserved name. So we cannot change its meaning. Once a keyword was defined in system, we cannot change its value. We cannot change its meaning. So we cannot change the meaning of keyword. We cannot change the meaning of keywords. Keywords are nothing but reserved words. So in C language, there are 32 keywords are there. C provides how many keywords are there? Provides 32 keywords are there. Keywords are present. In C language, there are 32 keywords. What is a keyword? It is a reserved word. Can we change its meaning? No, you cannot change its meaning. So these are also called as predefined identifiers. These are also, one more name is that these are also called as predefined identifiers. So the identifiers or the keywords are like this: int, char, float, double, short, long, signed, unsigned, void, if, else, switch, case, while, for, do, break, continue, go to, auto, static, register, extern, null. There are so many keywords are there. 32 keywords are there. Standard 32 keywords are there. I represented here some of them I represented here. Write on this. The last topic for today's class. Note on the keywords. It is a reserved word. We cannot change the meaning of keywords. In C language, there are 32 keywords are there. These are also called as predefined identifiers. Identifiers are nothing but names. How to identify you? You have one name. By that name, I can identify you. I have one name. You can identify me using that name. Name is nothing but identifier. These are some of the examples for keywords. Right at starting, there is some technical issue. That's why I start my class 5 minutes late. Sorry for that. Write some of them, not all. Write some of them, and we can stop the class for today. Those completed can leave. My dear friends, those completed, you can leave.
Right. Today, I will explain some concepts. Those are identifiers. Right. What is the meaning of identifier? How you can identify me? I have a name, M.C.P. Saheb. You can identify me using that name. The name of mine is called as identifier. The name of your state is an identifier. The name of your village is an identifier. Identifier is nothing but the name of something. Here also, identifiers are nothing but names. Names of variables, names of functions, names of user-defined references. Those names are called as identifiers. What are those? Identifiers. So, identifier means identifier is a name given to variable or function or user defined reference. In previous day, I explained how to create a constant. I created a constant, named it as pi, pi. That is called as user defined reference. So the names allocated to variables, functions or user defined references are called as identifiers. Right. For example, void main. Here main is the name of the function or name of the or identifier of the function, identifier of a function. Right. I am creating a variable. Second example, integer a. Here what is a? A is nothing but a variable name. What is that? Variable name. So here a is name of variable or identifier of variable. How to call a variable? By using that name. That name is called as identifier, right? So the names are nothing but identifiers in C programming language, right? Note it down. What is identifier? Here main is called identifier. Here A is called identifier. Right. Identifier of a variable or identifier of a function. Here A means name. A is a name. Here main is the name of function. It is called identifier. Right. Now I will explain some input and output functions. Those are called as input or output functions, or those are simply called as IO functions. What are those? IO functions. Now I will explain what is a function, what is the use of them, I will explain. Right. Now see, If you want to interact with the computer, now I am interacting with I am interacting with you. You are not interacting with me. Why? Because you are silently listening. I am interacting with you. Now my aim is how to interact with the computer. I have mouth, I can speak. You have mouth, you can speak. But the computer doesn't have mouth, no? How computer can speak with me? Computer doesn't have ears. How my voice will be listened by computer? By using these input and output functions, we can communicate with the computer. So there are some input and output functions I will give in tabular format. Here data type, here data type, here input function. Input function means the functions those are used to read the data. Here I am going to explain output function. Output function means the function which is used to print the data. Input function and output function. Right. Now see here, I have a character variable. Which variable? Character variable. I want to read the character data. For that I can use three types of functions. One is getChar function I can use, or getChe function I can use, or getCh function I can use. To read a character, we have three types of functions. We can use getChar function, we can use getChe function, we can use getCh function also. All are lowercase letters. To print a character on screen, we can use only one function, that is putChar function. PutChar function is used to print a character on screen. GetChar and getChe and getCh. These three functions are used to read a character from screen, from user. Now, there is one more data type, that is string. String is nothing but group of characters. Your name is a string. Now here, Akshay, there is a name Akshay. In that there are 6 characters. Group of characters is nothing but a string. Now string. To read a string, we can use gets function. Gets, gets means get string function. To print a string, we can use puts function. Which function? Puts function we can use. So it is called as gets function. It is called as puts function. Right. Now to read a string, we have to use gets. To print a string, we have to use puts. Right. Now there are some general functions like scanf and so on, like printf. These two functions are general functions. It can read character or integer or float or double or string or long integer and so on. That means it can read any type of data. Scanf function can read any type of data. Whereas printf function can print any type of data. It can print any type of data. Scanf function can read any type of data. Now I am going to explain how these functions works. Right. Now what is the first function? GetChar function. Right. How getChar function will be used? Now what is the use of getChar function means? See here, it is used to read what? A character. What is the use of this one? It is used to read a character. So it is used to read a character variable. Actually, its target is to read a single character, but it will wait until you press enter key. It has to read only one character, but it waits until you press enter key. So it wait for enter key. I will explain here in C program. I am going to use code block software to write a C program. What I have to do? I have to read a character and I have to print a character. After reading the character, you have to store it, no? To store the data, we required variables. Am I right? To store the data, we required variables. Here I have to create a character variable. What is a variable? Tell me. Variable is nothing but a container which is used to store the data. Whenever you write character ch, then what happens? Inside the memory, a variable will be created. So see, I am representing pictorially. Think it is a memory. Character means, what is the size of character? Only 1 byte. So it creates a variable with 1 bytes memory and named it as ch. What is the variable name? Ch. Right. So its name is ch. What is the name of this one? Its name is ch. Select. Right. Its name is ch. Whenever you write this line, computer will create a variable with 1 byte size and name it as ch. Here you can store a character. Here you can store a character. Right. Now, I want to read a character. Then first of all, computer should ask type a character. How computer will ask you? Computer doesn't have mouth, no? How it will ask? It will ask a question to you by printing something on screen. To print anything on screen, we can use printf function. So I am using printf. What should be the answer question here? Enter. Enter means type. Enter a character. Computer is asking type a character. Right. Then you have to type a character that should be read by the computer. How to read a character? By using getChar function. I can use getChar function. Just now I explained. GetChar is a function which is used to read a character. Using that getChar function, I am going to read the data. These functions read a character and we have to store that inside this one. Inside this one. What is the name of this variable? Ch. So we have to store the result in a variable ch. Ch equal to getChar. You have to write. Now, whatever you type, that will be read and stored in ch. Now you have to check whether it is read or not. How to check it? You have to print on screen. How to print a character on screen? By using putChar function. By using putChar function, we can print a character on screen. The character you typed already stored in ch, no? That will be print on screen here. Right. So here I read the data. Here I print the data. Now program was completed. Now execute this one. Build and run. See this. First of all, fifth line was executed. It asked to enter a character. Fifth line. What is the fifth line? Printf. Enter a character. It asked to enter a character. I typed A. Actually, what is the capacity of getChar function? GetChar function can read a single character. But I already typed one character. Even though it is waiting here. What is the need of waiting? Why? Because it wait for enter key. Until you type enter key, it will read the data. A, B, C, D, E, F. Like that you can type n number of characters. Why? Because it wait for enter key. Whenever I press enter key, then it won't read. It stop reading. And store only the first character of input. What here I typed? A, B, C, D, R, F, A, F, A, K I typed. But in that, only it can store first character of input. What is the first character of input? A. It can store only A. that will be stored inside the variable here. A will be stored here, that will be printed by using seventh line. So put care of ch means it stores A, no, that will be printed on screen. See here, it reads the first character of input. That's it. Remaining letters will be truncated. Remaining letters will be deleted. That's it. Now, what is the next point? It is used to read a character. It waits for enter key. Okay, it is waiting always for enter key. Whenever you type enter key, then it won't read. It simply come to the next line. So it stores all the letters are only one letter. It stores only the first character of input. Now getchar stands for, what is the meaning of getchar? It stands for, getchar means get a character. It is the meaning of that one. Get a character. In this way, you can read getchar function. It can use getchar function. Now I am giving a example program for this. What is the example program? This is the example program, right? This is the example program. Right. No, it will copy entire screen. Sorry, we have to copy the program. Right. We have to copy the just program. Now, what will be the output? It asks to enter a character. You typed A, B, C, D like that, but it shows only the first character of input, that is A, that was printed on screen. A, B, C, D is nothing but input. A is nothing but output. Now, what is A, B, C, D? Here, A, B, C, D are the input. Here, A, B, C, D is the input. A, letter A is output. It is the output. It is the input, right? Like this, you have to use this function. Now, note it down, this one. Input and output functions are IO functions. Now you came to know how to read a character and how to print a character on screen. There are a lot of functions to perform input and output operations in C language. Those are getchar function, getche function, getch function. To print a character, we have to use putchar function. To read a string, we have to use get function. To print a string, we have to use puts function. To read any type of data, we have to use scanf function. To print any type of data, we have to use printf function. These are the functions available to perform input and output operations in C language. Note on the table. Now I explained what is the functionality of getchar and putchar. These two I explained. Getchar is over and putchar is over. Next, I will explain how to use getChe function. First, note it down the table. I think you completed the table. Can I scroll down? It is used to read a character. You can read a single character by using getChar function. Actually, it requires only one character, but it takes n number of characters. Why? Because it waits for enter key. Once you press enter key, then it won't read the data. It stores only one character of your input. What is the meaning of get character? Getchar? It is nothing but get a character. See here, computer asks to enter a character. A character means it requires only one character, but it takes from me 4 letters. But it can store only one character. A only it can store. What about BCD? These data will be deleted. It won't store. Waste of memory. Right? Can I go to the next topic? Naveen Reddy, can I go to the next topic? Pankaj, Harini, Jahanavi, Manjunada. Right. Now I am going to explain the next concept. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Manjunada. My next topic is how to use getChe function. How to use getChe. After seeing this function, what is the drawback or what is the fault in this function? What is the drawback of this function? It can read only one character, but it is taking n character from me. It is waste of time now. The typing unnecessary characters, it takes some time. It is waste of character time. To avoid this one, this function we can use. Means it doesn't wait for enter key. It doesn't wait for enter key. Whenever you press a character, then it automatically jump to the next statement. That is called as getCh. Now see, here I am going to read a character, so I have to create a variable ch. Whenever you write that one, then what happens? Then a variable ch will be created inside the memory like this. Now we have to read a character. How to read a character? For that, computer should ask you type a character. Computer, how computer can communicate with you? By printing something on screen. What is the question here? Enter a character. It is the question. How to read a character? For that, which function I can use? Getchar or getche? Already I used getchar, no? Now I am going to use getche. Right. It will read a character from you, and that character should be stored in a variable ch. Whatever you typed, that should be stored here. After reading the data, you have to print on screen. For that, you can use putchar function, putchar of ch. Whatever the data you typed that is stored in ch, no, that will be printed on screen. Instead of using getchar function, I used getche. That's it. Only one difference. In previous example, I used getchar function. In this example, I used getche function. That's it. Now execute this program. Computer asked to enter a character. I typed E. See here, it doesn't take any extra characters from me. Whenever I type E, then control jump to next statement and print the result on screen. Whenever I typed a letter E, then computer doesn't wait for enter key. It automatically jump to the next statement and printed on screen. So it is the specialty of getche function. Getche function doesn't wait for enter key. Now, what is the theory point of this? What is the use of getche? It is used to read a character. It is used to read a single character. It wait for enter key or not? No, it doesn't wait for enter key. It does not wait for enter key. You need not to press enter key after typing the input. In getche, what is the meaning of getche? Means it stands for get means get, ch means character, get a character. E for echo. What is the meaning of E here? Echo. Echo means display. What is the meaning of echo? Display. The meaning of this one is it reads a character by display. Means it display the input entered by you. What I typed here? E. That was displayed here. What is the second E? It is the output. First E is input. It is the input. It is the output. Now, whatever you typed, that will be display on screen. That is known as echo, with echo. Right. Now, it stands for what? For example, I will give a program, example program. This is the example program for this. Right. Now explain the output. Computer asked to enter a character. Then I typed small e. Then it prints small e. What is this one? This is called as input. What is second one? It is called as output. First one is called as input. Second one is called as output. Right? So in this way, we have to use the getche function. Getche function can read only one character, but it doesn't wait for enter key. It reads the data with echo. It reads the data with echo means with display. Now note it down. Getche function. Note down this one. It is used to read a character. It doesn't wait for enter key. Get CHE stands for get a character with echo. Get a character with echo. Sample program. I created a variable CH. Variable is a container which is used to store the data. Right. After that, computer asks to enter a character to you. Then you will type a character that should be read by using getChe function. Whatever computer read, that will be stored in a variable ch. The data inside the ch will be printed by using putchar function. This is the sample program for getChe function. Now I am going to explain the next question. Can I go to next one? Can I go to next one? Can I explain getch? Now getch is nothing but, what is the difference between getche and getch? Getche and getch. What is the difference between these two? In first example, E is there. In second example, E is not there. So it reads the data without echo. Without echo means it reads the data without display. It reads the data, it won't display on screen. Right. Whenever you go to ATM machine, there you have to type your PIN number, 4-digit PIN number. Is it display on screen or not? It won't display, but it will read your input, but it won't display. In such way, if you want to read the data, you have to use getch function. Instead of using getche, you can use getch function. You have to use. Now tell me, what is the use of getch? It is used to read a character. It is used to read a character. It also does not wait for enter key. It does not wait for enter key. It stands for get a character. Get a character. It reads the data without display, without echo. Echo means display. It reads the data without display. Now see here. Now I have to read first digit of your PIN number. Your ATM PIN number. One digit I have to read. Why? Because getch function can read only one character. Now how to read a character? First of all, we have to create a variable character ch. Now computer should ask a question. Enter means type. First digit of your PIN number. Right. After that, what we have to do? We have to type the first digit of your PIN number. For to read that, I am using getch function. Why? Because it reads the data secretly. I am storing in ch. After reading the data secretly, I want to check whether it will be read successfully or not. For that, I have to use putchar function to display the data on screen. Putchar of ch. Now execute this program. It asks to enter two errors. ID putchar spelling mistake. Sorry, putchar function I have to use. Execute this one. Right. Enter first digit of your PIN number. My first digit of my PIN number is 2. I already told you it won't display anything on screen. but it display 2 on screen, no? Actually, it is the output. It is not the input, it is the output. Whatever you type that will not be displayed on screen, what you are seeing here is output of your input. Now, see here, remove this line, comment this line, then whatever you type doesn't display on screen. I am typing 5. It doesn't display anything on screen, but it reads successfully. So if you want to read any data secretly, then you have to use get ch function. Now tell me, it is used to read confidential data. Confidential data. Right. Example program. This is the example program. To test what is the input I entered, better to use putchar function. This is the sample program. What will be the output here? Computer asked to enter first digit of your PIN number. I typed 2, but it won't display. After printf, you ask to print the character. That's why you type. It prints on screen. So is it input or output? Tell me. It is only output. You cannot see the input. Why? Because it reads the data without echo, means it won't display any input on screen. Pankaj, Saturday, Sunday classes, you asked about that. There is no class on Sunday, but I will take class on Saturday also. Any problem to you? Any problem to anyone? Can I take classes on Saturday? Or can I take on only weekdays? Saturday week off is required. Okay, my intention is I want to take classes on Saturdays also. I will give holiday on Sunday. Okay, right. Now enter first digit of your input. I typed 2, but it did not display. After that, I asked to print the input. That's why we are seeing 2 here. It is not input, actually, it is the output. Input you cannot see. Right. Note on this one. Note down about the get ch function. It is used to read a character. It does not wait for enter key. It stands for get a character. It reads the data without echo, means without display. It is used to read the confidential data, means secret data. Sample program and sample output is there. Now I will go to the next concept. I explained getChar function, getChe function, getCh function also, as well as I explained putChar function. Now I am going to explain how to use gets function. Gets function is used to read a group of characters. Now, what is the use of gets function? Gets, gets. The main use of gets function is to read a string, means read a group of characters. It can read a group of characters. What is the meaning of gets? It stands for get a string. Get a string. String is nothing but a group of characters. It allows spaces also. In between the words, it allows the spaces. Suppose there is a name. What is that? Naveen Reddy. How he typed Naveen space Reddy. In between his name, one space is there. It allows the spaces also. It allows the spaces. Means it allows to read multiple words of input. It allows to read multiple words of string, right? It allows to read multiple words of string. Now I will write a program here, remove the code. Now you want to read a string, not a character. You have to read a string. So I am going to create a variable. String is nothing but a group of characters, am I right? So I have to take the data type character only. Character. I am going to read your name. Your name means student name. I am going to name it as student name. In your name, you may have some letters. I am going to allocate the memory to store 100 letters. Whenever you represent within the square bracket 100 means it is nothing but size of the string. We can store up to 100 letters inside the S name. S name is the variable name. In that, how many characters you can store? Up to 100 characters you can store. Right. Now, to read the data, computer should ask first. Enter. What it requires? Your name. It asks to type your name. To read your name, which function I can use? I can use gets function. Gets of. After reading the data, you have to store the input in name variable. You typed your name now. That name will be stored in name variable. It is a variable name that will be stored inside the memory. For testing, better to print it. Puts. To print a string, which function I have to use? Puts function I have to use. Puts of, where is the input you typed? The input was stored in name. That's why I asked to print the data inside the name. First of all, a variable will be created like this. The variable will be created like this. The variable name is name here. What is my variable name? Name. Name means student name. It is the name. Computer asks to enter your name. Suppose I typed Naveen Reddy. That will be stored inside the name. Whatever I typed Naveen Reddy, that will be stored inside the variable. Inside the variable. That will be stored like this. Whenever I say puts, it print the data inside the name. What is the data inside the name? Naveen Reddy is there. That will be printed on screen by using 7th line. It is used to read a string. It is used to print a string. Now execute this one. Here I forgot to put semicolon. Now execute this one. Right. Computer asked to enter your name. I typed Naveen space Reddy. By using gets function, you can read multiple words of input. See, it is your input, it is your output. Whatever you typed that was read successfully and stored in S name variable. After that, I asked to print the data inside the S name. Then it retrieved the data and printed on screen. So this is the program of gets and puts, right? Example program. This is the example program. What is the sample output? Computer asked to enter your name. You typed what you typed? You typed Naveen Reddy. After that, it prints Naveen Reddy. Here, what is this first Naveen Reddy? It is nothing but input entered by you. It is input. What is the second one? This is Naveen Reddy is called as output. Output of your program. It is the input. It is the output. I already explained you. It reads a group of characters means string. Here lot of characters are there, no? So it is nothing but a group of characters. It can read a group of characters. It stands for get a string. It allows the spaces also. In between your name, you can type spaces also. So it allows the spaces also. It allows to read multiple words of data. It can read multiple words of input. This is the sample program and this is the sample output. Note it out. Ma Pankaj Mahanti, what is the meaning of exact date, please? Means what? What you are expecting from me? Which date you are expecting? Pankaj Mohanty. Exact date, please. What is the meaning of this one? Which date I have to type? Class start date or class end date? Which date you are expecting? Mahanti, am I audible? My dear students, listen. This is the fourth class, fourth demo class. From tomorrow onwards, your link will be changed. To get that link, you have to pay the fee. Please, all of you pay the fee, and you will get a new link that is permanent for the entire session. New link will be shared from Monday. Why? Because tomorrow is holiday. Sunday is holiday. Pankaj Mohanty, you type the exact date, please. What is the meaning of that one? Which date you are expecting from me? Start date or end date? Am I audible? Naveen Reddy, am I audible? Harini, am I audible? Jahnavi, am I audible? Manjunatha, am I audible? Right. Okay, thank you. Now, I have to explain the next function. Next one is, see this, what is the next function I have to explain? Scanf and printf. First of all, I will explain printf, then I will explain scanf. Right. Next function name is printf function. Printf function stands for, what is the meaning of printf function? It stands for print formatted. Print means print only. F stands for formatted. Print formatted. Is it input function or output function? It is output function. Which type of function? Output function. Using this printf function, you can print any type of data. It can print any type of data. It can print any type of data. It can print multiple values also. At a time, you can print n number of values. It can print n number of values or multiple values at a time. It can print multiple values at a time. It is a general purpose function. It is not specific. It is general. Why? Because it can print character, it can print string, it can print integer, any type of data it can print. So it is a general purpose function, output function. What is the use of this one? It is used to print the data on screen. It always connected to output devices. It always connected to output devices. Output device means it always connected to screen. Output device. Right. Note it down. Rest of the code I will explain tomorrow. Tomorrow means Monday. Note down this one. Those completed can leave. Those completed can leave. Okay, right. Now, today I am going to explain some concepts. Those are nothing but, first one is data type. Now, what is a data type? You know, thumbs up, Sprite, Maaza, Coca-Cola. What are those? Those are the names of cool drinks. Am I right? Types of cool drinks. Right? Banana, mango, apple. What are those? Types of fruits. In the same manner, we have data types. What are those? We have data types. Now, C language supports 4 types of data types. First of all, what is the data type? Read this in reverse order. Type of data. Data type is nothing but type of data. Right. See, every data type is a keyword in C language. So, data type is a keyword. Keyword in the sense reserved word. A word which was already defined inside the C language is called as keyword. Data type is a keyword. It is used to describe, means give description, describe The type of data. What is the use of data type? It is used to describe the type of data. Right. Now, how many data types are supported by C language? Means 4. So, C language is provided 4 types of data types. C language provides 4 types of data types. What are those? One is built-in data types. What is the first one? Built-in data types. Second one is derived data types. Second one is the derived data types. Third one is user defined data types. Fourth one is empty data type. These 4 are the data types available in C language. Now, what is the meaning of built-in data type? What is built-in data type? Built-in data type means these are already provided by C language developers. These are already there in C language. These are already available in C language. The data types, those are already available in C language. Right. These are again classified into 4 types. C provides 4 types of built-in data types. Built-in data types. How many built-in data types are there? 4 types of built-in data types are there. One is char, second one is int, third one is float, fourth one is double. These 4 data types are available in C language. That's why C is called as a typed programming language. Yesterday I said C is a typed programming language. What is the meaning of typed programming language? It supports 4 data types. It supports 4 data types. So it is called as, it supports data type. That's why it is called as typed programming language. I will explain in details about these 4 data types in table. I am going to insert a table here. Now, insert a column at the right. See, what is the data type? So for every data type it has its own size. Now, what is the size of data type? In 32-bit operating system, 32-bit operating system, what is the size of data type in 64-bit operating system? Do you know what is operating system? In our phones, we have Android operating systems. In my laptop, I have Windows 10 operating system. Operating system is nothing but a software which controls all the activities of a computer. So these are 4 types. Till now, the operating systems are 4 types. 8-bit operating systems. Next one is 8-bit first one. Next one is 16-bit. Third one is 32-bit operating system. Fourth one is recently we are loading 64-bit operating system. Now these two are outdated. 8-bit and 16 bits are outdated. Now most of the computers are having 32-bit operating system. Recent computers are having 64-bit operating system. What is the difference between 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit? It is nothing but bandwidth. Simply call it as width of the data cable. Right, I will explain it. Now, whenever you type the data using keyboard. To move the data from keyboard to CPU, there is one cable attached to CPU. That cable is nothing but a data cable or data cable or data bus. Simply it is called as bus. The width of the bus is 8 bits here. 8 bits can move parallelly in 8-bit bus. In 16-bit bus, at a time, 16 bits can move parallelly. In 32-bit operating system, 32 bits move parallelly. In recent operating system, 64 bits can move parallelly at a time in that cable. Now this is nothing but the width of the cable. So 16 bit is more powerful than 8 bit, 32 bit is more powerful than these two, 62 bit, 64 bit is more powerful than these three. Recently, we are having 64-bit operating systems. Most of the computers may have 32-bit operating system also. That's why I am going to explain the size in 32-bit as well as 64-bit. Here I am going to explain what are the examples of data types. Suppose there is a first data type character. Character in the sense it is nothing but alphabets, means A or B or C and so on Z, or capital A or capital B or capital C and so on capital Z, or plus symbol also a character, it is a special character, comma minus symbol, it is also a character, into symbol, by symbol, less than symbol, greater than symbol, all are called as characters. The data which was included within the single quotation is called as character. A, it is included within the single quotation, which was represented within the single quotation is called as character. The size of character in 32-bit operating system is 1 byte. 1 byte. In 64-bit operating system also, its size is only 1 byte. 1 byte. Right. Now, next data type is integer data type. Integer in the sense numbers, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Numbers, so many numbers are there, 125, 1045, all these are numbers, round numbers. Any round number is called as integer. The size of integer in 32-bit operating system is 2 bytes. 2 bytes. In 64-bit operating system is 4 bytes. What is the size of integer in 64-bit operating system? 4 bytes. What is the size of integer in 32-bit operating system? Only 2 bytes. These are nothing but integers. Now we have one more data type, float. Float size is 4 bytes in 32-bit operating system, same 4 bytes in a 64-bit operating system. Float is nothing but real number, means floating point number, or like 1.0, 1.1, 1.1, 1.125. So these must have a decimal point, points should be. So these are nothing but floating point values. Round numbers are called as integers. If the number is having dot symbol, then it is called as float. There is one more data type, that is double. Its size is 8 bytes in a 32-bit operating system. Same 8 bytes in 64-bit operating system. Double means same decimal point, 1.0, 1.1, 1.125. All these are float double values. How it is possible? Here I said 1.0 is float. Now I am saying 1.0 is double. Actually 1.7, 1.0, is it float or double? It should not be both, no? It should be related to float or it should be related to double. We cannot see, we cannot tell it is double or float by seeing single precision. The digit after dot symbol is called as precision. How many precisions I represent here? Only one precision. Here, 3 precisions. By seeing below 6 precisions, you cannot predict it is float or it is double. So, first of all, we need to know what is the difference between float and double. If it is float value, float, result equal to 100 by 3. I write an expression like this. I am creating a double value, result equal to 100 by 3. I am creating one more expression here. What is the result of 100 by 3? The result is 33.333333 like that and so on. What is the result of 100 by 3? It is also same 33.33333333 and so on. Now what is the difference between float and double means? Float maintains only 6 precisions. It maintains only 6 precisions. The digits after point symbol, this is point symbol now. The digits after point symbol is called as precision. How many precisions are here? 6 precisions. Whereas double, it maintains 10 precisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Right. So remaining digits will be truncated or deleted. Now what is the difference between these two? It is nothing but float maintains 6 precisions, whereas double maintains 10 precisions. Right. Only the difference in precision. That's it. Now I am giving a note. Float maintains how many precisions? 6 precisions. Whereas double maintains how many precisions? 10 precisions. Right. Only it maintains 6 precisions. Double maintains 10 precisions. If you want accurate result, then better to take double instead of using float. Right. If you don't want points, then you can take float or double, or you can take integer also. If you don't want point values, then you can take integer, or you can take float, or you can take double. So that is the difference between float and double. Now these 4 are the built-in data types. What are those? These 4 are the built-in data types. What about second data type? That is known as derived data types. What is that? Derived data types. Now what is the derived data type? Derived data type is nothing but the data type which was created by using these built-in data types. The data types, those are created or developed by using these 4, char, int, float, double. These 4 are known as built-in data types. No, built-in data types. Those data types are called as derived data types. Right? What is that? The data types. Those are built using built-in data types are called derived data types. What is that? Derived data types. There are 2 types of derived data types. One is arrays. Second one is pointers. I will explain these 2 concepts later. Right? Arrays pointer concept is there. Pointer concept is there. So there are 2 chapters, arrays and pointers. I will explain about these later. Right? Now these are nothing but derived data types. What is the meaning of derived data types? The data types, those are created or built using built-in data types. Those are called as derived data types. Now what about third one? Third one is user defined data types. User defined data types. Now these are the data types. Those are defined by user, means you can define your own data types with your name. Suppose your name is Rama, you can define a data type as Rama. If your name is Sita, then you can define a new data type like as Sita. So these are nothing but user defined data types. The data types, those are created or defined by user are called as user defined data types. Suppose you create your own data type, that data type is called as user defined data types. These are four types. How many types of user defined data types are there? Four types of user defined data types are there. One is structure. What is that? Structure. Second one is union. Union is one of the user defined data type. Enum. Enum means enumerator. It is also one of the user defined data type. Fourth one is type def. It is also one of the user defined data type. What is the meaning of user defined data type? The data type which is created or which is defined by you means user or called as user defined data types. How many types of user defined data types are there? You can define your own data type by using structure concept, or by using union concept, or by using enumerator concept, or by using type def concept. These four are the user defined data types. Okay, I will explain these in later. Why? Because after arrays, I can explain these topics, right? Now, what about the fourth data type? Fourth data type is nothing but empty data type. What is that? Empty data type. Empty data type is nothing but void. Void is nothing but empty. Suppose I asked you, oh, I need 1 lakh rupees. Can you give me? If you have, you can give. Otherwise, you say no. No means nothing. You are not going to give me nothing. That nothing can be represented by using empty data type. Void. Void means nothing. So C language provides one, only one empty data type called, what is the name of that car? That one, void, called void. Void is a empty data type. Void is a empty data type, right? Now note it down. Please all of you note down. What is the concept? The concept name is data type. What is data type? Data type is nothing but a keyword. What is the meaning of keyword? Write down. Write down. New students are listen. Okay. Okay. Already listen students are noted down. Data type is a keyword. Keyword is nothing but some reserved words. Some words are already defined inside the computer. There is a town Hyderabad. It was already named. Some names are already defined. Our country name India. It was already defined. Some names are already defined inside the computer. Some names are already defined inside the C language. Those names are nothing but keywords. Now, these character, integer, float, double, all these are keywords. So, data type is a keyword. What is the use of these data types? These are used to describe the type of data. Type of data means what type of data you have. You have character data, or you have integer data, or you have float data, or you have double data. What type of data you have, that can be represented by using these data types. How many types of data types are there in C language? There are four types of data types. One is built-in data types. Second one is derived data types. Third one is user defined data types. Fourth one is empty data type. Four types of data types are there. Now, what is built-in data type? Built-in data types means the data types, those are already developed and provided in C language. The data types, those are already developed and provided in C language. Those data types are called as built-in data types. How many built-in data types are there? There are four types of built-in data types. One is character, second one is integer, third one is float, fourth one is double. I represent the data types in details using this table, right? Now these are the data types available in C: character, integer, float, double. Here I represent the size in 32-bit operating system as well as sizes in 64-bit operating system. Recently, our systems are having 64-bit operating system. Some old systems are having only 32-bit operating system. The size of character, integer, float, double in 32-bit systems are like this. The size of character in 32-bit operating system is 1 byte. In 64-bit operating system also 1 byte. The size of integer in 32-bit operating system it is 2 bytes, whereas in 64-bit operating system it is different. 2 bytes, it is here 4 bytes. The sizes of float and double both are same in 32-bit operating system as well as 64-bit operating system. Both are same. Right. Now, what are the examples of character? Characters are nothing but ABCDs, alphabets. Small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, and special symbols plus u, minus u, into, by, percentage symbol, less than, greater than, equal to, not equal to. Okay, all these are known as characters. How to represent, how to understand that is it a character or not? That should be represented within the single quotation. Characters are always represented within the single quotation. So like that we have to remember. Suppose I represent 5 inside the single quotation, then it is also character. Suppose I represent 7 or 9 within the single quotation, then it is also a character. It is not integer. Actually 5 is integer, 9 also integer. But if you represent those inside the single quotation, then those are also called as character. Please remember this one. It is a number in character format. It is also a number in character format. These are the numbers in integer format. 5, 9. These are the numbers in integer format. These are the numbers in character format. Identify the difference. Right. Now, character, integer. Integer in the sense round number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All these are integers. Right. Now, what is float? Float is nothing but decimal number or real number. 1.0, 1.1, 1.125, 1.34, 1.57, 12.37. All these are floating point numbers. What is the meaning of double? Double also same. Double also 1.0, 1.1, 1.125, like that. Right, same. Now what is the difference between? Now I said 1.0 is float. Now I am saying 1.0 is double. Now what is the difference between float and double? See here. Float represents, or float contains 6 precisions. Float contains only 6 precisions. Whereas double stores up to 10 precisions. It has up to 10 precisions. It has only up to 6 precisions. Only the number of precisions is the difference between float and double. Remaining is same. Size is also different. Size of float is 4 bytes, whereas size of double is 8 bytes. The number of precisions of float is 6 bytes, 6 precisions. The number of precisions of double is 10 precisions. Those two are the difference. Now is it clear what is character, what is integer, what is float, what is double? Is it clear? Right. Now next one is derived data types. What is the second one? Derived data types. There are 4 types of built-in data types are there. By using these built-in data types, you create other data types. Then those data types are called as derived data types. The data types, those are built using built-in data types. Those are called as derived data types. There are 2 types of derived data types are there, arrays and pointers. So these are 2 types. How many types? These are 2 types. One is arrays and pointers. Next one is user defined data type. What is the next one? User defined data type, right? The data types, those are created or defined by you. Its name may be your choice. You can create a data type as Rama, you can create a data type as India, you can create a data type as Sita. You can create your own data type by using these data types. So these are called as user defined data types. So you can create your own data type by using these four topics. One is structure. By using structure concept, you can define your own data type. By using union concept, you can define your own data type. By using enum concept, you can define your own data type. By using type def concept, you can define your own data type. Now remember, you require these four right now. What is char, what is int, what is float, what is double. Arrays and pointers I will explain later. You not required right now. These are four also. Structure, union, enumerator, type def. These four also not required right now. These are required after some time. Okay, or nearly it will take 1 month time. After 1 month time, these topics I will explain, right? So these are nothing but user defined data types. How many user defined data types are there? Four types of user defined data types are there. So these are four types. Four types of user defined data types are there: structure, union, enum, and type. There is one empty data type. Empty is nothing but if you want to say nothing. So for that you have to use one empty data type, that is nothing but void. VOID. Void means nothing, right? So C language provides only one empty data type, that is called void, right? These are about data types. Now, right? Can I go to next concept? After this, now I am going to explain what is variable. What is variable? Now see, whenever you go to college, you will take a bag. What is a bag? Bag is nothing but a container to store your books, to keep your books, right? You may take a water bottle. What is the use of water bottle? Water bottle is used to store some water. You can take lunch box. What is the use of lunch box? You can store your lunch or your snacks. So I explained three concepts. One is water bottle, lunch box, and college bag. These three are nothing but containers to store something. In the same manner, to store data, you required one concept that is known as container. That is nothing but variable. Variable is nothing but container, like your pocket. You have a shirt. That shirt is having one pocket, no? What is the use of pocket? To store pen, to store mobile, to store papers. So it is nothing but a container. So what is a variable? First of all, you have to say variable is a container, right? First, your answer is what is variable means? Okay, variable is a container. What is the use of container? Variable is used to store the data. What is that? To store the data. So what is variable means? You have to say these 2 points. Variable is a container which is used to store the data, right? In a container, how many values you can store means, in a variable you can store only one value, only one value, right? So a variable can store how many values at a time? Can store only one value at a time. At a time. Suppose I have 2 children. How many school bags I have to buy? 2 school bags. Why? Because for each student he required one school bag. In the same manner, a variable can store only one value. Suppose you have 10 values, then you have to create 10 variables. The meaning of this one is that a variable can store only one value at a time. What is the variable? I will explain in paintbrush. See, this is a memory. What is that? Memory. Variables are created inside the memory. Variables are created inside the memory. So it is called as memory. Now what is variable? Variable is nothing but it is a container. What is that? Container. So I want to store 3 values. Then I have to create how many containers? I have to create 3 containers. So 3 containers are there. To remember this one or to identify this one, we need to assign a name. You have one name. I also have one name. My name is M.C.P. Saheb. Your name may be Rama. Your name may be Sita. Your name may be Murli. In the same manner, to identify a person, we should have a name. In the same manner, to identify the variables, we should have a name. I am naming it as roll number, student name, and marks like that. Now, the name of first container is roll number. The name of second container is called as S name. The name of third container is called as marks. Now, each and every variable must be identified by a name. Am I right? So that is the fourth point. A variable must be identified by a specific name. Specific name means names should not be duplicate. Names should not be duplicate. Every variable has unique name, right? So a variable must be identified by a specific name. Variables are created inside the memory, no? So variables are created inside the memory. Now actually it is container, no? It is better to name as container or it is better to name as box. Why he is naming it as variable? What is the meaning of that one? Variable means it can change its value at runtime. While running the program, the value inside the variable can be changed. Change is nothing but a variation. What is the another name for change? Variation. So variables allow to vary its value. So it is called as variable. Why it is called as variable? Variables can vary its value. Vary means modify. What is the meaning of vary? Modify its value at runtime. At runtime. So it is called as variable. So it is called as variable. So variable is, what is variable? Variable is a container. What is the use of this variable? It is used to store the data. Now, how many values we can store in a variable at a time? We can store only one value at a time. Every variable must have a unique name. Every variable must be identified by specific name. The variables are created inside the memory. The variables always creates inside the memory. Variables can allow to modify its value. Modify means variation. So it is called as variable. It is called as variable. Now what is variable you got? So this is nothing but variable. Now how to create a variable? How to create a variable? Right? I created 3 variables in paintbrush. Am I right? Now you have to write code to create these 3 variables in C language. What is the code for that? How to create a variable? Create a variable or declaration of variable, both are same, or declaration of variable, both are same. Okay, technical terminology is declaration, general terminology is creation of variable, in the sense declaration of variable. How to declare a variable? Right. Before going to declare a variable, we have to specify data type. What is that? Data type of variable. After that, we need to specify the variable name. We need to specify the variable name. You have to represent two things. One is what type of data you are going to store in this. Second name is what is the name of this container. You have to specify two things. What type of data you are going to store in this. Second one is what is the name of this container. You have to say two things. One is data type, second one is variable name. Now, how many variables I created here? I created three variables. What are the names? One is roll number. Second one is student name. Third one is marks. Inside the roll number, what type of data you can store? Roll number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever your sir taking attendance, they will call roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. All these are round numbers, no? Round numbers are represented using integer number. Now, see here, roll number means it is a number, roll number 10. Student name is, it is a string. Marks are 950.5 like that. So, roll number equal to 10. Student name equal to Raja. Student marks equal to 950.5. What is the data type of 10? It is nothing but integer. So, integer roll number I represented here. Now, what is the data inside the S name? Raja. Raja means R is a character, A is a character, J is a character. Again A is a character. So, the data type of student name is character. Right. See, whenever you say integer roll number, then what happens? What is the size of integer? Tell me. Size of integer is 2 bytes in 32-bit operating system, 4 bytes in 64-bit operating system. Your system is having 32-bit operating system. Then what is the size of integer? 2 bytes. Now computer allocate only 2 bytes of memory to roll number. The size of this container is 2 bytes. What is the size of container roll number? 2 bytes. Its size is only 2 bytes. Why? Because you represent integer there. What is the size of integer? 2 bytes. Now, what is the size of character? Character size is only 1 byte. In 1 byte of memory, you can store only one character. But here I have to store 4 characters, no? Raja. Suppose your name is Ramana. Suppose your name is Venkata Ramana. Or your name is Venkata Satyanarayana. Venkata Shiva Satyanarayana, like that. Now, how to store multiple characters in S name? Then you have to specify here within the square bracket how many characters you want to store. I want to store 100 characters in S name. Like this you have to represent. Character means 1 byte. How many characters are there? 100 characters. Size of character is 1 into 100. 1 into 100 equal to 100. Computer allocate 100 bytes for this. What is the size of S name? 100 bytes of memory will be allocated to S name. In this S name, you can store up to 100 characters. Why? Because it has 100 bytes of memory. So its size is 100 bytes. Here you can store up to 100 characters. So this is, see here, just you write this. It is called as character. Just you write like this. It is called as character. Whenever you write a square bracket inside that some size, then it is called as string. String is nothing but group of characters. See here, R is a character, A is a character, J is also a character, A is also a character. Whenever you group these 4, then it becomes Raja. That is known as string. So whenever you say size of, then it is called as string. It is string, it is integer. Now what about marks? 950.5. Whenever you see point symbol, then this can be a float or this can be a double. Now you have only one precision. Then better to take float. Why? Because float size is only 4 bytes. Whenever you write double, it allocate 8 bytes of memory. To store only one precision, 4 bytes of memory is enough. So better to use float instead of double here. So these three are the examples of variable creation. This is the syntax. Syntax means how to use it. It tells how to use or how to create a variable. That is nothing but syntax. There are some glass doors. Glass door. Doors are so many types. Wooden doors, glass doors. Whenever you see a glass door, then you should not know. You don't know whether it may be push or pull. That's why they stick a notice. Push, pull. Right? By seeing that one, you came to know need to push or need to pull. That is known as syntax. Syntax is nothing but giving direction. It is the syntax. How to create a variable? By using data type as well as by using variable name. By representing these two, you can create a variable. These three are the examples. Whenever you write these 3 lines of code, you can create 3 variables inside the memory like this. I will copy this diagram here. I am going to copy this diagram. Right. Let me copy and paste. This is the memory diagram of these 3 lines. Right. And now tell me how to create a variable. To create a variable, we have to specify. We have to specify. What we have to specify? We have to specify the data type and variable name we have to specify. Data type and variable name we have to specify. Remember one thing, before going to use the variable, you have to create. First you have to create, then you can use. Right? So, to use variables, first of all, we have to declare them. We have to declare. Declare means create them. We have to declare them, then we can use them. Right? It is nothing but variables declaration. Now, whenever you name the variable, I named these variables as one is roll number, second one is S name, third one is marks, like that. Whenever you name these variables, you have to follow some rules and regulations. Those rules and regulations are nothing but scope rules of variables. What are those? Scope rules of variable. Right? I am a computer science and engineering student. I know computers. I love computers. I have 2 children. I named them as printer and scanner. Is it good? Not good. I named them. I named my children as hardware and software. Is it good? Not good. Even you are a computer student, even you love computers, but you should not name your children like computer, hardware, software, virus, MS Office. You should not name them. So there you have to follow some rules and regulations. In the same manner, here also you have to follow some rules and regulations before naming the variables. I am going to explain those rules. First rule is the variable name must begin with alphabet or underscore. What is the first rule? The name of variable must begin with alphabet or underscore. I will explain some do's and don'ts here for better understanding. Right. Do's, don'ts, don'ts. Right. Do's are, you can create a variable like this. Number one, it is valid name. Why? Because starting letter is alphabet. You cannot define a name like this. First number, it should not begin with digit. It should begin with alphabet or underscore. So it is invalid variable name. You cannot you cannot define a variable like second number. So you can define like this. Number two, it is valid. But second number, it is not valid. Next one. Underscore number, you can define like this. Why? Because the name of the variable can begin with alphabet or underscore. Here, it is valid. Now the second rule is, the name of the variable doesn't have any spaces. The name of variable does not have any space. You cannot define a variable name like this. Odd space sum. You cannot give space in between the name. You can define like this, odd sum. But there is no readability. Odd sum. Actually, we have to give some space here. But space doesn't allowed by variables. That's why you can do one thing. Odd underscore sum you can define like this. It is also readable. Odd sum. So it doesn't allow spaces. It doesn't allow any special character except underscore. You cannot write like this, odd minus sum or odd at the rate of sum, like this. These two are okay, invalid variable names. So the variable name should allow only underscore. It doesn't allow any special character like minus, plus, into, by, at the rate of symbol, like that. Now what is the third rule? The name of variable does not allow any special character except underscore. Except underscore, you should not use any special character. Next one, it should not be a keyword. Keyword means you cannot define a variable as like as integer or character. Like this you cannot define. Why? Because these two are data types. You cannot use them as variable names. So the name of variable should not be keyword. It should not be a keyword. It should not be a keyword. Maximum the length of the variable is 32. Up to 32 it is okay. If it exceeds its 32 letters, then it is not okay. So what is the maximum size, the length of the variable? The length of variable, should not exceed 32 characters. It should not exceed 32 characters. These are the some scope rules of variables. Now see here, note it down. From variable you have to note it down. My dear friends, note it down. What is variable? Variable is a container. Variable is used to store the data. A variable can store only one value at a time. A variable must be identified by a specific name. Variables are created inside the memory. Variable can change or modify or vary its value at runtime, so it is called as variable. Now how to create a variable? It is also called as declaration of variable. To create a variable, we have to specify data type and variable name. Next point, to Before going to use a variable, you must declare it. First you have to declare the variable, then you can use. Otherwise, it will produce error. To use variable, first of all, we have to declare it. What is the syntax of variable? First, you have to specify the data type as well as you have to specify the variable. The examples of integer roll number, character s name, here integer, character, float, all these are lowercase letters. In C language, C is a case sensitive, means uppercase letters, lowercase letters, both are treated differently. You should not use uppercase letters. You have to use only lowercase letters. Integer roll number, character s name of 100. Character s name of 100 means it can store up to 100 characters. You have to call it as string. It is not a character. String. String is nothing but a group of letters. Float, marks, like that. This is the memory of variables. Memory representation of variables. Now the scope rules of variables. There are 5 scope rules. The name of the variable must begin with alphabet or underscore. You should not start a variable using number. Second point, the name of the variable does not have any space, so it doesn't allow spaces. The name of the variable does not allow any special characters except underscore. You can use only underscore in name. You cannot use except underscore. The variable name should not be a keyword. It should not be a keyword like int, char, float, double, void. There are 32 keywords in C language. You should not use those 32 names as variable name. I will explain tomorrow what is variable. What is a keyword. The maximum length of variable name is 32 characters. It should not exceed 32 letters. These are the do's, these are the don'ts. Note it down, friends. Do's or don'ts. Right, my dear friends, can I sign out? Can I sign out? Ping a message.